Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Silvio Sandino in case you didn't know, and if you did know my name, well, I just repeated it for you. So this is officially my second vlog, and my first vlog was okay, I guess, for the first vlog, but I realized that I was very unruly. Like, I didn't shave and I was looking all over the place, and it's kind of difficult to do a vlog. If you've never done a vlog before, try it out. It's a bit hard. This is my second one and I'm struggling already. So this is gonna be the most incoherent vlog that you're probably gonna come across if you're watching this. I'm just gonna talk about whatever I feel like, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to keep it short because I'm not editing these videos, so it's just me talking. It's a one take, so one takes are pretty hard. This is about my sixth time doing this, and yes, so let's keep it going while I drink this espresso. It's nice and bitter. So the first thing I want to talk about, which is why I'm kind of going fast, is because I read in Time magazine, that we officially have less of an attention span than goldfish. So think about that. Our attention span, humans, our attention span is less than that of a goldfish. Yeah. So, which means that in the year 2000, our attention span was roughly about 12 seconds. Now it's about 8 seconds, and a goldfish's attention span is about 9 seconds. So, a goldfish could hold A goldfish can hold its attention longer than a human can. And what they say is the reason for this is the amount of vast information that's getting shot at us from mobile devices, from the internet, from anything. It's just so much information so fast, and everything's changing, so we can't really focus that well as humans. Okay, so that's done with that. I'm gonna have another sip of espresso, and I'm gonna go on to the next thing. By the way, I'm not gonna get in depth with everything that I read. I'm just gonna read it, give you the information. If you want to get more in depth with it, you can. If you don't, you just take the information and you could, do whatever you want. Pass it on to somebody. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. So the next thing I want to say is, yes, okay, this right here. So as of 2001, right? This comes from BBC website. As of 2001, 30 genetically modified babies were born. So these are babies that were completely genetically modified. They have, I believe it's 3 different DNA strains that they combined. It was a woman who I think it was 2 women and 1 man. It's a woman who actually had the baby and gave birth to it. But it was the mitochondria from another woman and then the man. So I don't know how that works, like, whose mitochondria is it, Really? Okay. So that's that. So 2001, 30 artificial babies were born in New Jersey, and is not sanctioned by the US government, but it was an experiment made by a private US company. So that was in 2001. So roughly, I mean, these genetically modified kids are about teenagers now. And it's interesting because they are going to change the genetic germline that we have as humans. It's a new genetic information, and when these babies start to populate and produce, more babies, I'm assuming those babies are going to be genetically modified too, or something like that. Okay, well, that's enough of that because I'm not a genetic scientist. Okay, I just thought it was pretty interesting that in 2001, 30 genetically modified babies were born in New Jersey. Cool. Next thing that this has, none of this is all related, by the way. I read stuff and I'm just gonna give it to you, and I'm gonna try to keep the videos fairly short. I mean, it's going on 4 minutes now, which is pretty long. Okay, so I did not know this, but apparently the Supreme Court is not the highest court in the land. It's not the highest court in the land. It's the most corrupted. No, I'm kidding. But the highest court in the land is a basketball court that is located on a top level above the Supreme Court. So the people who work at the Supreme Court, they could play basketball right upstairs, and it's apparently called the highest court of the land. So, I mean, it probably is not gonna make a difference in your life that there's a basketball court on top of the Supreme Court building, but it's interesting that they play basketball there. What else? Let's see what we got. Yes. This was pretty cool, I guess. The US, this is from BBC as well. The US is bidding to grow human organs for transplant inside of pigs. So they're using a technique called CRISPR, which is a form of genetic editing. It sounds like an app. Like you put your genetic information in an app, and it's called CRISPR, and then they splice up your genes and put it in somewhere else. But anyways, what they do with this technique is they're getting pig embryos and they're injecting human genetic information inside the pig embryos, so that when the embryo grows, it's gonna look like a regular pig, but except inside it's gonna have like a pancreas, a human pancreas made up of human cells, maybe like a lung or a heart or whatever. You know, it's very promising stuff. I think they did grow a pancreas, I believe. But a problem with this that many scientists are kind of worried about, and I would be worried about too, is that this genetic information that they're injecting into the pig embryo could possibly mutate whatever controls the brain, and then instead of like a pancreas growing with human cells, the pig might grow a human brain with human cells. So, I mean, what they said is they're monitoring these pigs in case this pig, tries to write poetry or something. But if they see that the pig brain is becoming too human, they destroy it. I think they destroy like the embryo or something before it can be born and be aware that it's babe, or something. Because that would suck. That would suck if a human brain is born inside of a pig, and then this pig's like, oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to curse in the vlog, but it came out. I'm not gonna edit it out. But yeah, it would be terrible for a human brain to be inside of a pig. That's not a pig I want to eat. What else? I think that's all I have for today. It's quick. I mean, it's 7 minutes, not that quick, but I finished my espresso, so I think that's the time that I think it's time to end. So I'm gonna end. I mean, again, this vlog is incoherent. I'm just doing it. There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. For those who stayed and those who didn't, I mean, you're not here, so okay. So thank you for listening to me, and I'll be back. I don't have a catchphrase. I know a lot of YouTube people have a catchphrase and something like that. I don't have a catchphrase. Maybe I have a catchphrase. I don't know. Maybe no catchphrase.